Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for day 13. So today's work, as you'll have already seen with the awareness exercises, we are looking to see our thoughts, our feelings very differently. We are trying to take that shift, that attention, that focus from fear, from the illusion of fear, and shifting it into the truth of love. So with this in mind, we are going to be taking stock of those moments where you saw fear and where you saw love. And we're going to be creating some real distance between the two. So get yourself ready to create the shift tonight. So if you would like to just get yourself comfortable, and as you're doing so, getting into your position for meditation, just bring your focus to those moments throughout the day. Even if it's just one or two things where you can think, that was a time I became aware of fear and I saw the illusion of it, and how you redirected it to love instead. So even if we're just focusing on just one or two examples for you, that's absolutely fine, because that's all you need. That is absolutely all you need. If you can do it once, then you'll be able to do it again and again and again. It's just about repeating it. It's like an exercise. You've got to make the muscles strong first before you can build it, and that's all we're doing. We are making that muscle of awareness nice, healthy and strong, helping to sustain us, helping to keep us going. So now draw your attention to your breathing, but we're going to dive straight in to the meditative breath tonight. Taking it in, that breath in through your nose, and then letting it all come out through your mouth. And as with previous meditations, this is the breathing cycle I would like you to keep focused on throughout. And if you find yourself becoming too distracted or your thoughts become intrusive, pull your awareness back to that breath. So I would like you to recall a thought that you had today that was based in fear, whether it was anger, attack, judgment, fear, resentment, or frustration. Bring that to the forefront of your mind and give it an image that you can visualize in that moment. Something that you can associate with it. Now, just have that picture in your mind's eye. You're seeing it big, you're seeing it huge. Like it's the biggest cinema screen you've ever seen in your life. And it's in full HD. A bright, vibrant colour. It's strong, it's powerful, it's loud. But now we want to take all that noise, all that colour out of it. So first, we'll start with the sound. Let's take that sound and turn it, start turning it. So it's at a 10. So we're going to take it down to a 9. Now we're going to take it down to an 8. Then a 7. Then a 6. And keep doing that. See how far you can take it. See how muted you can make that sound. Taking all that noise out of that thought. So now you should have the volume to as low as you can get it. Now there's no judgment here. You've got the sound to as low as you can get it. No judgment. So now we're going to focus on the colour and the size of the image. So first we're going to start taking all that colour out of it. I'm going to start stripping back that colour. Taking it from that full HD, bright, vibrant colour, back to a Technicolor. So the colours have faded, they're not quite there. They look a little bit funny sometimes. And they're not as bright and vibrant. Then we're going to take that colour again and strip it further back, take it back to a black and white picture. Just like somebody sucked the ink out of the picture. So now we're going to work on shrinking that image down. Can you shrink that image down to a projector screen size? Can you shrink it down again to a television size? Can you shrink it down again, so to the size of a poster? Can you shrink it down again, so to the size of a typical photograph? Can you shrink it down again, so to the size of a postcard? So now see how small you can make that image. Can you make it so it's as small as a little red dot? Maybe the size of a sticker. How small can you make it? So now hopefully you'll have got that image as small as you could possibly make it. Now we're going to focus on making that image, that loving thought that you redirected yourself to today, when you recited, "This is my ego's false projections, I choose to see love." Think, what did you think of a loving thought that you want to make bigger? If you can't exactly remember the one that you used to redirect it, or the one that you redirected it to. Get that image in your mind. It might only be quite small, but let's make it as big as we can. So first off, let's put a sound to it that makes your heart sing. Make it as big and as loud as any concert hall, as any festival, as any teenager in their bedroom playing the music. Now that image, I'm going to make that image as vibrant as we can make it, making all those colours big, bold, beautiful. And then we're going to make that picture as big and as huge as you can possibly make it. Make it as big as a house, as big as a mansion, as big as some of the tallest buildings in the world. Make it as big as you possibly can. Stretch it, push it. Make it as big as you possibly can. When it's as big as you can possibly make it, I just want you to sit and hold that image in your mind, sitting in the silence, focusing on that image. So now bring your focus back to your breathing and start to ground your energies in whichever method you find most useful. And then start giving yourself a big stretch. Give your toes a wriggle. Your fingers a wiggle. And one last big stretch. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Well, I hope you found that visualization meditation helpful. Always does us good to focus on the big picture, but also to focus on the best big picture we can find. Sometimes, in life we don't always have the best picture to look at, but if we can make it the best picture possible, then that's all we can do, because particularly for our internal world, because that's something that's within our control. But sometimes we have to keep it to be a truthful and grounded picture as well. But if we do it through love, instead of attack and judgment, it is much, much better. So with that, I am going to say goodbye, and I hope to see you for tomorrow's meditation. Thank you very much for joining me.